Morning, everybody. It's Friday the 13th of August. We're Signal Centre Talking Ball. I'm John Over, joined by Steve O'Hare. Morning, Steve.
Morning.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm hanging a little bit. I can't deny it. I went out yesterday, went out into a big field and listened to Boy George. So,
As you do.
as you do, over at Audley End, it was like, yeah, like an open air concert. So, can't deny it. I did sneak a bottle of gin in there and I did drink it
Oh, naughty. The whole
with,
thing.
no, with the help of some friends.
Oh, that's good.
But I think I hogged it a bit, I think.
Three-quarters of it, yeah?
Yeah, feels like it this morning. But I'm sure
Lovely.
I'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed within a few minutes, so don't worry
Cool.
about me.
Right, let's crack on then. So first up, in regards to oil, demand for oil over the rest of the year, it's set to be sharply lower than the International Energy Agency previously expected due to the resurgent pandemic. Estimates for consumption are now down by 550,000 barrels a day for the second half of the year. This is just as President Biden urged OPEC countries to reverse pandemic-era production cuts, calling that an essential step towards making gasoline more affordable. So we'll come on to the charts on oil and what that means shortly. But odd that he's stepping in on the matter.
Yeah, what's he getting all involved for? I don't think they can help him themselves, these presidents, can they?
No, they can't. Meddling. In terms of what's going on in the UK, the reopening is gathering pace. Obviously, Steve was out in the field with thousands of other people yesterday. Give you an example of what's going on. We've got football stadiums full up as of tonight for the Premier League as well. It'll be good.
Brilliant.
So hospitality and health services among the main drivers of the growth, the uplift in GDP that we saw yesterday. So that's good news. Exports of goods to European Union countries recorded above pre-Brexit levels for the second month in June. So that's good. In terms of where we are this morning on stock front, it's looking pretty flat. I think that's what we expect this time of the year with people going on holiday. Obviously, the spreading of the COVID-19 Delta variant and the China regulatory clampdown has sapped a little bit of the mood of late, but we are seeing record closes in the US markets. Pretty quiet day on the earnings front, both in the UK and overseas. So I think we can just dive straight into the chart, Steve. Where do
Yeah,
you want to
we'll
start
do.
today?
Just want to wish Ian better. He's
Yeah.
in Sheffield Hospital. So if you're watching, what are you doing watching? Just concentrate on sucking that oxygen in. Yeah, hope you get better soon, mate.
Yeah, of course, mate.
And yeah, let's crack on with the charts. Still sort of like looking at oil, I'm still sort of quite focused on this formation, which doesn't look like any sort of formation. It looks like a bit of a reversal, but if we make it a monthly chart, you will know what I mean. This is looking pretty toppy for my liking. A evening doji star formation, so really quite focused on that. And yeah, I suppose price action yesterday, we've sort of like we've moved higher this week, and it was obviously sort of like failed to sort of like really get above the 61.8% retracement. Oh, nasty little dogs. Let's lock them out there. And but we've had a little bit of a turnaround this morning. Again, morning star formation on the short-term chart. So this is 30-minute chart, but it's into resistance. So not really holding out too much hope for that. Overall, yeah, just a bit of a concern with oil. Still bullish on it long-term, but short-term looks a little bit toppy. Gold as well is sort of like being held back by this barrier that we drew on the charts yesterday. Anywhere between 1760, 1767 or 65. That's really the sort of resistance that we're battling at the moment. It's sort of like testing it as we speak. So we have to wait for a few hours to see how that sort of plays out. On the crypto front, Bitcoin continues to prod this 46,000 level. On the 4-hour chart here, still got a bit of a way to go. Maybe get another retest of just in front of 47,000. We've had a recovery over the last 8 to 12 hours and looks quite positive, but really needs a little bit more momentum to push through this 47,000 level, and then we'll be going up to 51, 52,000 is the next line of resistance on my charts. Let's go take a look at indices again. They're looking a little bit toppy, but they always do, and they seem to sort of like push on higher. I'll dive into my NASDAQ in a second, but the FTSE posted a bullish hammer, sorry, hanging man candle, which was a bullish hammer if it was down here. When you see it at the top of the charts, it's a negative candle. So if we don't get above 72.35, then I think we're going to see a bit of a retracement into Friday, a little bit of profit taking maybe. On the DAX, that doesn't seem to be held back at all. It's like pushing really strongly higher. Again, all-time high in the DAX. Did we get 16,000? No, 15,975. 16,000 looks like a level we have to test. So before you try and sort of fade this move, I would say we need to test that 16,000 level. On the Dow, again, on the daily chart, another all-time high. Yesterday, 35,533. But as I said, I'm really sort of like a bit concerned about these topping candles. This is like a hanging man candle as well. That's a daily chart. Will we get some profit taking today? NASDAQ under a little bit of pressure compared to everything else. This was the come-to-head trade yesterday. Got stopped out quite early on, and then we had this sell-off that I was looking for. Didn't quite hit my target, but had the reaction that I thought, but then again the bulls came back in and bought it up again. So it seems to be never ending. Aussie 200 continues to push higher, a new high, 7,640. China as well is like perking up a bit, so there is a chance for everyone to sort of like really get their teeth into it. But you look at the longer term chart on China, we've sort of made it to our ABC correction targeted formation around about 14,700. We've reacted off there. We're 1,000 points higher now. So there is potential for this to, the bloodshed has been stemmed, but I wouldn't sort of like hang my hat on anything really, Joe. It's really sort of messy looking charts they are now. The Hang Seng, that's sort of reacted above the downward trending resistance, and it's also come back and retested that line. It's now turned into support. So 25,800 has held well, and we're pushing back higher. It all feels a bit like everyone's a bit fed up with it, and they just want to get Friday out of the way and have the weekend. Or maybe that's just me.
It does sound like you, yeah. I mean, I was going to say, I wanted to say thanks to our sponsors for that part there. So thanks to Gordon's Gin for sponsoring Steve's bit there.
It was Tankery, mate. It was Tankery.
Tankery, yeah.
A Tankery-induced rant.
Yeah, you did well there. Well done.
Hang on.
Okay, let's get stuck into FX. Much the same as what Steve said, to be totally honest. Things are a little bit sort of mixed and sideways, and we feel like we're waiting for something sort of big to happen in order to get things moving again. This is a dollar index. We posted a bearish outside day a couple of days ago. Yesterday we bounced back a bit flat today. While below this resistance at 93.19, then there is scope for choppy price action and for things to move slightly lower. Still looking for that big break above 93.43, but I think it's going to need to require quite a bit of participation and quite a big impulsive move in order to do that. So while we're in this sort of summer phase, I can't see it happening in the short term. So it may just be a case of more chop and therefore limited opportunities, unfortunately. Looking at yesterday at Aussie, that sort of engulfed the previous day's worth of gains. So we've got this kind of flag formation. We've had a retest of the underside of it and then posted that engulfing candle yesterday and looked to be moving lower. That still looks pretty weak and probably the best option at the moment if you are looking to be long of dollars. I think the Aussie is just looking pretty weak all in all. Cable was also quite weak yesterday. So we had the GDP number out of the UK that sent sterling a bit lower actually, and looks to be sort of heading towards or back towards these support levels down here at 137.00 to 136.70, and then below that 135.71. So momentum looks pretty poor on that for now. Euro US dollar, that's still holding this support here at 117.04. Again, we're going to need to see a decent bit of participation to break through these support levels, I think. So it may be a case that we need something or some sort of catalyst in order for that to occur. For now, I think while we're above this support level, there is scope for some sideways and choppy price action. That is pretty much it, to be honest. The other thing I wanted to point out was euro sterling. Actually, this continues to sort of hug pretty close to this support level at 84.72. As you can see here, we did break this, and I thought that would prompt further selling. We've seen a little bit of a bounce higher today, maybe just a retest of this resistance level around about 85.11. But I expect any bounce to be quite short-lived here, to be totally honest, in the short term, and think lower prices will be seen. So that's pretty much it. Not a lot going on. Be careful if you are trading, because conditions are pretty choppy, and that doesn't make for good trading. So you have been warned. Gun to the heads, trades from yesterday. Steve ended his hot streak with a loss, unfortunately, as he mentioned, on NASDAQ for a 1 hour loss. I was also stopped out on Aussie CAD for a 1 hour loss. So 2 are down between us yesterday, but Steve's hot streak makes sure that we are still nicely ahead for the week.
You got me as a negative 1.01, Joe. You
yeah,
can't
I
do
don't
that.
know what I've done there.
You just, yeah, that's it.
15.03.2.8. There we go.
There we go. Thank you. Can't have
Never
that.
more than 1 hour.
Got to keep my eye on you, haven't I?
Never
more than 1 hour. We never risk.
When you was blurry-eyed, I thought I'd get away with it.
never risk more than 1 hour.
No, indeed. Right, what you got? You fancy anything, or do you want me to go first?
You know what? I'm going to actually just go out there and do it. I'm going to, based on what's this sort of like monthly candle or monthly formation, I'm going to sell oil. We've had a little bit of a correction higher. It's ran into Ichimoku cloud. Really looks nice how it runs into that resistance, and it's failing here. So on the 30-minute chart, we had a nice turnaround formation, Morningstar formation, but have we failed here? Potentially 68.50. Let's go for it, shall we? Let's say, because I'm thinking if I waited till you finished, I might miss this opportunity. Stop level, we'll have a 35 tick stop, which is not for any reason. More so, I'm thinking about the target level. A 70 tick target level is quite a. Let's get greedy on it, actually. Yeah, let's look at it and try and focus on this area of congestion that we can see way back, all the way back on the 11th of August, only about 3 days ago, 2 days ago maybe. Yeah, I'm sort of fading this into the Ichimoku cloud. I'll have the stop just above this attempted reversal, which failed. So nice place to have the stop. And I'm going to target a 3-to-1 risk reward, targeting a move to 67.30 before it gets to 68.71. Getting short here.
Nice. Good luck, mate. I'm going to take a look at Euro Sterling. So this made a new low during the week. It broke through this key support level. We've seen a bounce back over the last couple of sessions. Volumes have been lower on the bounce back, so not convincing at all. So looking at it from an intraday perspective, this is the hourly chart. I've pinpointed a resistance level here at 85.06, and in the last hour it's rallied into it and posted a nice looking reversal candle. So I'm going to back that for lower prices. Currently trading at 84.99, so just in front of that Big, nice round number. Stop loss at 85.11. Targeting a move down to these recent swing lows around 84.55. Looking for 4R on that today.
Go, Joe.
Happy with that. Okay, that's that. So numbers today, we've only got Michigan consumer sentiment, which is due out at 3 p.m. So it's pretty light on the old calendar front. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, Steve. We can wrap it up there for the week.
Yeah, nice short one on the Friday.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll be back on Monday. Trade safe in the meantime, guys, and have a fantastic weekend. And
Yeah.
yeah, see you soon.
Cheers.